With me is Ally Challenge Tournament Director Chris Coffman. Chris, outstanding job on the tournament last year, and you really built on that. I'm sure you got a half or full turn of the screwdriver, and the tournament's going to be that much better still. What is the one thing that you're really proud of?
I'm proud of how the community came together, and we thought they wanted this tournament when we announced it in 2017 for the 2018 event, and but you never know, right? Mm-hmm. And you work hard, and it takes a year to plan all the pieces that go to this, and we had a great turnout last year, and it's really encouraging to people say thank you and had a great time, and let me tell you a story, and we're getting more of that, and I'm really excited about where 2019 is going. We got more stuff coming than I ever dreamed possible this year, and it's going to be a hoot.
Yeah. And the thing is that was the most encouraging was the pre-tournament days. Rocket Mortgage was huge, but this place was probably huger. People they love themselves some golf in the state of Michigan, and you proved it because people were out here in droves all week.
Yeah, we had a great turnout. We get feedback from players. There's 27 tournaments on this tour, and the players will tell you, how you stack up because they play in all the tournaments, and they give you feedback. And we got great feedback in terms of the turnout, and the experience that they had. And Fred Couples was very gracious in commenting that this is one of the best tournaments in year one on this tour, and will soon be the best tournament for players on this tour. So we're just going to keep working hard, but none of this would be possible without, one, our title sponsor, Ally Financial,
right,
and two, without McLaren Healthcare, and three, without a club like Warwick Hills and the volunteers and the people in this community that want this tournament to be great.
Sure. And finally, there are some great Michigan-based players that are age 50 plus. Scott Hebert and Jeff Roth are tied for 15 major titles amongst the Michigan PGA pros. How do they stack up in terms of an invitation, or is there a route or a path to where they could make this tournament?
Yeah, so I've known Jeff and Scott for a long time. They are tremendous players and have had great careers, and so this tour is a little different. So we have 78 spots for each week on this tour, and it is arguably the toughest tour to get on. The good news is we have 4 spots that are available through local qualifying for Scott and Jeff and anybody that wants to compete. They are good enough, and both have played on this tour before, and hopefully they can take advantage of that. We do have sponsors exemptions, but believe it or not, you'd be shocked if I were to give you the list, which I won't, of who needs a sponsors exemption.
I know, but we won't say.
But who needs a sponsors exemption on this tour? Just because it is so darn competitive. And then next year we've got Phil Mickelson will be qualified to play in this tour. Next year we'll also have Ernie Els will be eligible to play on this tour. Every time one of those players comes in, they bump out somebody else, and it's really, really challenging.
So it sounds like the bottom line is there's 4 spots in the qualifiers, and if Jeff and Scott want to play, well, you got to qualify.
I wouldn't be surprised if they qualified.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit, even amongst the kids that can outdrive them now, but simply don't have it up here yet. It's not a bad thing, but these guys are finishers, and those guys are rare.
They're incredible players. I've played with Jeff before. I don't think I've ever played with Scott, but I've witnessed, and just really accomplished players. The game today is so much better, I believe, in terms of competition than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Broadhurst shot 15 under last year for 3 rounds. That is and we played the same tees that the PGA Tour played here in 2009, and that is right on track with the winning score in 2009 if you throw in a 4th round. So, and those guys, the winner I think was in his 30s, and Paul is 53, I believe. Right. So it's just incredible how players are driving the ball further no matter what age they are. They're putting better, their short games are better, there's more analytics, the game is just more competitive.
Chris, thanks a lot for explaining that, and I know it's going to be successful, and I can hardly wait to do the post as we wrap this up about a month from now with another successful Ally Challenge. Thank you.
Thanks. Look forward to having everybody out.